welcome back to another video on Wrestling and to another edition of AEW Collision Out of 10. It's not just AEW Collision Out of 10, we've got Rampage again taking place in a 3-hour block. To be honest, I think it kind of flows better than rather than just having a separate time show at a ridiculously late time on a Friday night, to be honest. But yeah, obviously it's due to scheduling issues. But anyway, Swerve talked about what he wants to do as champion and set up an open challenge for his championship, which was answered by Castagnoli. Yes, please. Tony Schiavone announced afterwards that Tony Khan can't travel due to multiple neck injuries and will run the shows from Jacksonville in the foreseeable future. McGuinness, who questioned who would settle disputes with Khan now, but AEW really start anything but action, but an NBA audience carrying over. This was a major way to tell stories to their brand new audience. Swerve presented himself as a top star of the brand and sold that everything is worth watching in AEW. And yeah, an open challenge would typically reserve being not for the top title, but I think this could be something you see more as Swerve. And yeah, leads to intriguing questions over the future of Tony Khan as well. So good start. Before it's time for the Bang Bang Gang defending against Top Flight in Action Andretti, Dante and Darius Martin started this action off fast, though the Guns were able to take Top Flight out of the outside. This left Jay White to plant Action Andretti for the Blade Runner for the win. They have always delivered good matches, though this never really sold as real threats. The action was solid before building to exciting home stretch and made the Blade faces look good. The Gun remains one of AEW's most underrated teams, seriously improving month to match. While there's a top star waiting for an opportunity in the main event scene, the trios will keep them relevant for a while. In the era where rankings are again, they should not have had the shot first, but they are seriously talented and this was a good match. But yeah, hopefully this is just the first start to kind of rebuild in the trios division, which has gone down a pan recently. So yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Before Rey Fenix took on the Beast of Mortos, he found himself outmatched early by the sheer power. Finally, the former international champion found his footing and managed to slip through the grip of the monster to roll him for free. It was so good to see Fenix back in action. While it took him a lot of time, he looked good when it came to his time to shine. Before that point, though, Fenix sold Mortis as a devastating challenger, and hopefully this is a sign that the former Black Taurus will be regularly featured as a dominant monster in the months to come. The match was good, and it was been a perfect moment to establish how dangerous Mortis can be with a win. Phoenix is probably a higher priority at the moment, and that's understandable. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Before it's time for Rush versus Martin Stone, Rush made quick work of him, battering him until he decided to finish it with bullhorns. This was a complete squash, and one where only one man got offense. It's a real sign of AEW, but it's a smart way to establish him after months on the shelf. With Jose, the assistant, not in his corner, Rush will need to rebound and faction on his own. It's unknown if LFI will remain a group of Rushes alone. I think it could work either way, but no matter what he does, El Blari Tonko will be featured on AEW for a foreseeable future, and hopefully we'll get it cleared up soon whether he's on loan or not going forward. But yeah, I thought this worked as a decent little segment. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. We then saw Tony Storm in action against Anna Jay. Anna Jay brought the fight to the champ, nearly winning with a Queen Slayer. However, the timeless one fell out and broke with a hip attack and a Storm Zero. The Timeless One's eccentricities continue to weaken her work in ring, but she's getting better at adapting with the gimmick. It helps that Anna was working at a different speed this week. In one of her best individual performances of her career, she steadily improved with better competition to the point that she may be ready for a title run soon. Overall, this was definitely better than expected, with the result of foregone conclusion. While this lacked in genre, it made up for in storytelling. Storm continues to look good as an untouchable champion. So yeah, I thought this was good and gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Before it's time for the Acclaimed versus the GYV, great to see them on AEW, and they had the Acclaimed on the ropes, but got too focused on mocking Billy Gunn at ringside. Just allowed Anthony Burns to plant Gibson to set up the mic drop from Caster to win. This was a big match of the night to this point, and helped by a fantastic effort from GYV in the fourth clash, and even teased the upset victory by the unsigned team. Gibson and Drake are one of those special teams that could elevate the division. I really hope they do get signed by AEW. Because yeah, they're just so good. The most interesting moment in this match, Saul Burns fighting his opponents alone. This completely had the crowd behind him as a fiery underdog, and AEW want to explore more what you could do solo soon, which could be interesting. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Before it's time for Swerve versus Claudio in the main event of the Collision portion, and yeah, as you expected, it was very intense. The Swiss Superman nearly won it all with a European uppercut, but the mogul hit the Swerve stomp and House Call to survive with his title. It was a phenomenal main event. While that is not surprising given the main involved, they too really got time to sell what was special here. Some of the near falls sold as a result seemed impossible. It was very cool seeing Swerve and Claudio embrace the stage around them, enjoying the intimate setup at Daily's Place delivers. Throughout the match, it felt like the Swiss Superman was testing the mogul's mettle, and the champion gained respect for one of the veteran performers. This would be the last time Swerve would defend his title till Double or Nothing, and yeah, really build up a good story. But I thought this was excellent, like I say, and yeah, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10, let's say. Before Before we moved on to the Rampage portion of the show, and we saw that parking lot fight between Beretta and Taylor. Taylor fought two hugged atop a car before Trent low-blowed his best friend. He then hit him with a pile driver on the car, followed by a go-go patter for forced referee spottage. This was brutal and showed how far the relationship has deteriorated. It was appropriate to happen in the parking lot brawl with their history. In this match, the Rush announcement did take away from the spectacle slightly, but the two still worked hard to make the most of the opportunity. Trent continues delivering his heel role. AEW briefly teased Don Callis may try to recruit him, which could help him rise up the ranks on his own as a heel. In the meantime, though, Trent v Orange Cassidy needs a major stage, and it feels like double or nothing. It's the right time to do it. On the whole, this was really good, 7 out of 10. Before it's time for Thunder Rosa against Deonna Purrazzo. Purrazzo dominated the big match, wearing down the left arm of Thunder Rosa. However, she locked in the armbar. La Mera reversed it into a surprise pinfall for free. Afterwards, Rossa kept talking, doing the virtuosa until she started. The two brawled in the crowd and the officials pulled them apart. Two of the best wrestlers in the world today brought their A game for this match, and it felt like a first chapter in a series. The two of them will have strong technical background, though Rossa has often leaned more into striking game. Here she was outmatched by Purrazzo, but still stole the victory. The post-match attack by Purrazzo teased the heel turn, but Rossa turned her into it. This was really about the selling a rivalry that's only intensifying. With months of build already behind them, it's a story that does not need to work. It could be featured into a Hazel rivalry and a double or nothing card. So yeah, I think this really elevated that, and yeah, good stuff, 7 out of 10. Before Big Bill made quick work of Trevor Blackwell, choosing not to pin him multiple times before seeing the victory. It was a one-sided squash, and all Bill can do at the moment, but not sure if it's needed. We've already established this thing. Chris Jericho as his learning tree is also the least interesting character in AEW right now. Bill has fired himself as a top big man guy, and yeah, whether he needs Jericho is a question to be proven. So yeah, let's see where it goes, but I'm not personally convinced, so I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. We then saw Shibata and Garcia against Shane Taylor Promotions in the main event, and yeah, they fought hard, and Shibata blasted Lee Moriarty with a PK kick to win. AEW has featured STP frequently in the past couple of months, with Taylor and Moriarty making the most of the spotlight. They have over-delivered in every match, but often come out on the losing end. This may have been the best match yet, though. I thought it was really good. This is the feeling of great tag rivalry in the future. Winners and losses do matter, and they are losing too much. This was supposed to be just the next step in this rivalry, but I think yeah, maybe we need to give the heels some victories here, even though it was a good match. So yeah, with that criticism, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and overall AEW Collision gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought yeah, a really decent episode of Collision this week, and Rampage added onto it too. The Barking Up Brawl was brutal. The Swerve cardio match was really fun as well. So yeah, on the whole, I thought it was a really decent 3-hour block of wrestling. I think maybe something they should try and do more often, combine the Collision and Rampage. Good stuff. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.